Hi, this is Tony with Fountain of Light Ministries, and today I've got a word on personal accountability. In my life, I've met quite a few people that want to blame their current problems on things that were out of their control. And I'm here to tell you that's completely wrong. We've all made decisions that have led us to where we are now. And I don't think anyone can deny that. As you go through life, each decision builds on another one. And sometimes you end up in a place where you wish you weren't. But if you really think about it, it's you that put yourself there. And it's really your decisions that are to blame. I grew up in the ghetto up in New York. And I mean, it was an extremely poor environment. Um, but as I grew up, I was looking at how my parents lived their life and realized that there was a lot of waste, a lot of wasted time, a lot of wasted money, wasted effort. And the majority of the time was spent on having fun, enjoying things, doing things that they really shouldn't have done because they couldn't afford it, but they wanted to enjoy the experience. And I decided at a very early age that that wasn't going to be me. And I realized that I wasn't going to fit in with the people around me because they were all living their lives the same way. And I kind of knew intuitively that if I followed the crowd, I was going to end up where they were. That the only way that I could escape where I was to basically escape those people. So I decided to emulate a culture that I saw as successful, and it paid off. I was the first in my family to graduate from high school. Um, the first ones to be able to put his kids through college. The first ones actually to even be able to buy a house. Um, and I was able to even uh, retire at a reasonably early age. So I retired at 53, um, which I think was pretty good. I didn't have to wait till 65 and retire on Social Security. Um, but that was all because of decisions that I made. Now, of course, you need to listen to good counsel, and that counsel is found in the Bible. You need to be able to listen to God when He speaks to you. And to be honest with you, if you're out there blaming everyone else for your problems, you're probably not the kind of person that actually listens to God. I think you're the kind of person that just listens to the people that surround you. And it's up to you to end this cycle. In Romans 14:12, it says, each individual will give an account of themselves to God. That means that God will be asking you for what you did. And I really don't think He's going to want to hear that you did what you did because this other guy told you to, or because you felt like you had no choice, or whatever. You are accountable to God, and you are you where you are now because of where you put yourself, no one else. You can say that, oh, I got married and this person changed on me. Well, it was still your decision to blame, or it was still your decision to marry that person. And you could say, well, you know, I can't find a job because no one's going to hire me. Okay, well, I've seen people that can't get a job because they made the decision to cover their faces in tattoos or way too many piercings. That was your choice. And if you say, well, that's who I am, they're going to have to accept me. No, they don't have to accept you. You made that choice. You look the way you look because you decided to look that way. All the decisions that you've made have led you to where you are now. And if you want to be somewhere different, then you need to start making different choices. You need to change who you are if you want to change who you want to become. The answers are found in the Bible. Paul did not end up the way he thought he was. He started off as a completely different person, chasing the believers in Christ. And really, it took the power of God to stop him in his tracks and change who he was. But even at that point, he still had the choice to reject what he saw. He didn't have to believe that Jesus was real. He could have just attributed to whatever. And I've learned that sometimes you harden your heart to the point where you even start to deny reality because you want to focus on what you truly believe in and not realizing that that belief is just going to end up ruining your life. And I hope that you can choose differently and become a better person. Seek counsel from Christ and focus on who you want to become, not who you were.